Okay. Let's just check if we're live and if we're good. Just to check if we're good. All right. So we're talking newborn. All right. Studio mode. Let's just put this there. My name. And then we cut. Okay. I think I'm live. How's it, everyone? So basically, this live chat is for me to. Oh, I think I need to do this as well. Yeah, now it looks good. Hi, welcome for joining me. The purpose of this live feed basically today is just to talk about newborn. You know, since we're all sitting indoors and I'm not able to do any newborn shoots right now until obviously we're out of this situation. So I decided to go live, maybe and talk about the stuff that I use mostly when I do when I do newborn shoots. So I think I'm just gonna check first here if I'm all set. Yeah. So I'm just gonna right now just show you maybe some newborn pictures from my website. Just to show you in terms of the background, in terms of where I come from with regards to newborn shoot. So this is where this is actually a picture of my son. This one right here, and then these are all the newborns that I've done. But what I want to highlight is the gap between the leg and the arm here. Just take note of it right now. We'll talk about it more later on. And then basically it's just a basket and props and all these shots, and then using the hands. So these are basically the newborns that I've done, which are currently on my website. I think I need to move this mic here. Which are currently on my website. I've done quite a few newborn shoots, and yeah, so from these newborn shoots, I had a lot of lessons that I learned and things that I used, and yeah. So basically, right now, if you've got any questions, just feel free to pop it in the comments. I'm working one man, so I'm not sure how I'm going to go about reading the comments and talking and stuff like that. So I'm just basically going to talk, and then I'll go maybe later on just to check on the comments, and I'm welcome to everyone that is watching. So I'd like to now just show you the stuff that I use to do my newborn shoot. So basically, this is my favorite toy. This one here. I think maybe I need to use this camera here to show you guys. Yeah. So this is it gonna get focused? Yeah. So this is my favorite toy when I shoot newborn. This is called a baby shusha. Basically, what it does is this. Why is it not doing now? Huh? My shusha is broken. Hey, man. You know that thing of taking a car to a mechanic with problems, and when you get to a mechanic, it's working fine. Huh? Okay. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on here. But yeah, this is the baby shusha. Basically, what it does is, ke ngushushuzela ka English. It shushes the baby. It keeps the baby calm. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure why it's not playing. But it does that sound until I'm done. I'm done with my shoot. It does that for 30 minutes, and then after 30 minutes it stops, and then it also continues. So this helps to keep the baby calm and sleeping and so forth. I'm just worried now that it's not working. But anyway, it's fine. We'll discuss about this later on. So this is the baby shusha, and then the other thing that I do like to use is this. This is a hand strap, because when you shoot newborn, most of the time you need to be more concerned about the safety than getting the pictures that you want. So that's my number one rule. It's either if the baby is safe, then I'm good with taking the shots. But if the baby is not safe, then it's not wise to do the shoot. So safety comes in handy, because when you're grabbing a camera like this, this is my old Sony camera. So when you're grabbing a camera like this, it can easily slip and fall. And if you're shooting a top down on a baby, like for instance, let's say maybe when you're taking, let me just find a picture. Yeah, let's say maybe when you're taking a picture like this one. So when you're taking a picture like this one, the camera is above the baby. So you don't want the camera to fall onto the baby. So basically, this is when now this hand strap comes in handy, because what you do is right in here, you just clip it like this, and then you put this piece onto your hand, so that when you shoot, in case the camera falls, you know that the camera is not going to fall and hit the baby. So this is basic, but it's very important, and it's easy to remove as well, because you just remove it just like this. So that is one of the other things that I use to when I go shoot a newborn shoot. Together, obviously, I bring a whole lot of props when I do newborn, and then the other thing that I use now in terms of lighting, and it all there. And then in terms of lighting, because I go to my clients' places when I do newborn, so I need to carry very light equipment, which is one of the reasons why I moved to mirrorless anyway, so that I don't have to carry big gears and everything like that. So this here is the light that I use. This is a Godox 8200. I use this is my main light when I go shoot a newborn. I use this together with the P120 or P90, depending on the space. So I normally carry two soft boxes. Is either I'm carrying a P120 or a P90. The P90, I use it because it's smaller. So if the client does not have enough space, and then I use that. And then if they've got a bigger space, and then I use the P120, which is currently the one that I'm using right now. So this, what I do is I change it into more like a strobe. So I turn this knob. There's a knob here which I do to remove this piece, and then I also bought oh, my shusha is falling. Maybe that's why it's not working anymore. I'm gonna fix it, don't worry. And then so with it like this, I also bought this ADB2. So what this is, it allows me to use the 8200 and mount in any soft box. So I take this 8200, I plug it at the back here. So you can basically use two if you have it, and then you've got like your main AD 400. and then you take the bulb here, and then you just plug it in here. You just plug it in here, and obviously now you've got your working light. You know, when you fire, let me test. What? Why is my stuff not working? Okay, so when you fire, oh, it's working now. And then when you fire, it takes a picture, but you put in obviously the softbox. And the remote trigger that I use this one, this X Pro. I use this remote trigger as well to go. This is basically my lighting kit. So it's these two babies and the softbox, and then I'm good with and then I'm good in terms of the lighting. Yeah, and then I carry a bunch of props. I forgot to take out my baskets, but I've got quite a number of baskets that I use here, and I also bought a stand. It's called Rose Mini. I bought it from Rose. Basically, it's a newborn shooting stand which you can connect and use it to shoot the baby and then disconnect, because you know when you go to clients' houses, you need to be very accommodative in terms of the equipment that you get. Yeah, so that's about the equipment that I get. My shusha, is it working now? My shusha is still not working, so I'll make a plan. Okay, so now I think what I need to highlight. Okay, let me just check if there's any questions for me. So far, how long did it take you to? How long did it? What's in Nick? How long? How long did it take to realize you want to a newborn shoot? For men, it seems natural. Okay, so literally, I don't know when I became a newborn photographer. I don't know when I became a pregnancy photographer. Sorry. So what happened is, my sister had a baby. That's like 5, 6, 7 years ago, maybe. I'm not sure. And then I went there with my camera, and then I just decided to take pictures of the baby because I was bored at home. And there were like 2 pictures which I really, really, really liked. And I was like, hey, these pictures are nice. And then I posted them on Facebook. And then people started to like them. And yeah, and then it became quiet for quite some time. And then even with pregnancy, my brother's wife got pregnant. They came to my studio. We took a whole lot of pregnancy photo shoots, photos. I posted them online, and people started booking me. And then since then, I had to now then practice and practice and practice and practice in terms of how to do the newborn shoot. I wish there was someone here reading the comments for me. Okay, so how long did it which photography to master the most? I didn't decide. Like I think I wanted to shoot models. You know, I wanted to shoot models. I wanted to shoot for magazines. I wanted to shoot for billboards. You know, I wanted to take pictures that would be seen on TV and things like that. And for some reason, I just got stuck with pregnant women, and I'm just enjoying it. So and newborn shoots. I didn't really decide. It was like a lot of clients came to me like, hey, I saw this pregnancy photo. I'd like to take a pregnancy picture with you. I'm like, okay, cool. Then we did a pregnancy shoot with the newborn. When they give birth, obviously I have to do the newborn now. It was a bit of a struggle to get used. You need to have a lot of patience, though. You need to have a lot of patience, which is something that I think I have because I've got kids of my own. So I learned, to be patient, especially with the new ones, and taking good care of them. So this computer must not log off because I'm using it. Yeah. So yeah, that's about it. So I didn't really decide. It just happened on its own. To shush the baby. Yes, Kumu, thank you. It's to shush the baby. Hi, Steve. I was watching yours right now, brother. Let me see if there's any more questions. Any tips if you want to start newborn photograph recommendation, props, backdrops? Okay, the tips is now let me turn to this one for this one. This is a serious one. Now the tip to start newborn photography, you need to find out first if are you doing it because you want to make money or you're doing it because you're loving it. Because that's what the difference is. You will never survive as a newborn photographer if you're doing it for money. Trust me, you will never. It's not possible. I don't even think you'll do two. If you, all the newborn photographers that I know of, that I've worked, that I've seen, that I've met in real life, we all have the same passion. We love babies. That's about it. We love taking those babies and just folding them, and making them tiny and just taking pictures of them. We love that. But if you want to do it because you want to make money, you're doing it. You're going on the wrong way. It's not going to benefit you that much. It's not going to work for you. But if you're doing it because you love it, then you can start by buying what is it called? Baby, those fake babies. The bonumpop. You can buy those. Start practicing with them because you don't want to start shooting newborn with a baby, with a human. It's very dangerous because every time you go do a newborn shoot, it's very dangerous because they're less than 14 days old. So you need to have that care. You need to know that before you do anything, you need to wash your hands. You need to. That's why when I started, that's why I was even speaking about this thing. That it's such a simple thing, but it plays a very big role in 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 uh, in doing newborn photography. So there's those little small things that you need to look at. It's not just something that I do for money. I do newborn photography because yes, clients do pay. They do pay. They definitely pay. But I do it because I love it. That is why right now I made a decision that okay, I don't want to endanger babies with this whole coronavirus thing. Let me just stop shooting them for a while, and then after when everything is done, and then I'll go back and do what I love doing. It's very nice to shoot newborns, and good luck. Let me see. Okay, so my question is I'd like to uh, comment you on the effort, on the passion in photography makeup. Thank you, Pumlani. Thank you. I receive blessings. I receive blessings. Sandile says, where does one buy newborn props? Sandile, that is a good question. We buy newborn props everywhere, my brother. At one point I go to Oriental Plaza, just find something that I can use, you know. And but now there's shops that you can go to, especially when we're having the newborn conference. I think there's one in Durban, or there was one in Durban. I don't remember. If Claire is watching, she'll probably tell me. Uh, that there's like a convention whereby uh, people that sell newborn props they meet, and then we have like a workshop, and then that's where we buy props. But you need to be well prepared because we buy a lot of props as newborn photographers, because they get easily damaged, some are not reusable. So yeah, so everywhere you can find, even buying stuff online. I've bought a whole lot of stuff online. Backdrops, I think we've got a backdrop shop, whereby you can buy backdrops like the backdrop that I have on this picture here. Like this backdrop, I bought it here at the shop here when we had that convention in where was it? Was it in Sandton? Yeah, I think it was in Sandton. Yes. So uh, that's where it is. So let me take you maybe through to some tips, or maybe just show you some of the pictures. Now when it comes to safety, there's also one thing that I want to highlight. Some of the pictures, pictures like this one, pictures like this one. Uh, these pictures are assisted pictures. The parent assist in taking this picture. You know, they will hold the baby, and then we take a photo and then we edit. And it's not like you do get babies that will literally stand like this, you know. But sometimes you get babies whereby they need to be assisted. The parent need to hold the baby. Let me show you an example. Let me show you an example of the twins that I did. Okay, I think it's here. If I go on to software is new. This is the first time I'm doing this, so bear with me. But we're gonna get there. Yes. So I'm just gonna show you now with this cut. Let's move on to this screen, and then it's Photoshop. So you see, like on where am I now? Okay, you see, like on this picture, which screen is live? Which okay. So you see, like on this picture, we've got both parents holding the baby here, right? And then I take a shot, and then after that, when I get to Photoshop, I after I take this shot, I remove everything, and then I take a shot of an empty setup. So it's the same setup. I just take an empty seat without the babies, without the parents holding, so that I can get the floor as well as everything else. And then when I move on into Photoshop, and then I remove the parents, so I joined all these two pictures together to have a picture like this. You know, so this is not that the babies were like this. You can see here that the parents were holding their heads, but on the final product, I just removed the parents. You know, so it's let me see. Yeah, I'm trying to see how this thing works properly now. I need to remove this now. This remove. Yes. So you see, that is how some of the shoots some of the shots are taken like that. It's not like you let the baby be. You know, there's people that risks in terms of newborns' lives. You know, you don't want to do that. They think that some of the pictures, we take the pictures as they are. You know, it's there's a bit of an assistant that we get from parents, like as I've shown you now on that picture of the twins. The parents are holding the baby, and then we just remove in Photoshop. That's why we have Photoshop anyway. We have it so that we can use it. So don't just look at the picture and think that picture is exactly as it is. We've got a lot of composites whereby it's a picture, yes, it's one picture, but it's made out of different pictures and things like that. Let me just go onto the comments and see as well. Hey, my client is watching. Hi, Ivy. You know, let me see. Would you prefer having clients coming? Okay, Pritesh, with regards the reason why I go to my clients' houses is because they have everything that they need for the baby at their disposal. It's just right here, you know, and they're comfortable at their own home, and I'm African, you know. Sometimes there's that thing that if the baby is in an unfamiliar environment, they start crying and doing funny stuff and things like that. So it, they say it does happen. You know, I've shot a baby once. I actually did two newborn of the same baby. The first time we were in Midrand, the baby was crying. She didn't want to budge. And then the grandmother said that this is because we wanted to have a nice environment for the baby to shoot. And I said, but on the next shoot, I went to the East Range, the baby's place. The baby was very quiet. So, sorry. So sometimes I think it is possible that the baby behave differently based on where they are if they're not at their own home. So I go to their homes, and it's much convenient for me and for my client. Okay, for me, it's not really that convenient because I have to pack. I have to. It's literally when I rock up into the house, it's like I'm moving in because I've got a big suitcase. I've got big stands and everything like this. But it's nicer and easier and comfortable if I go to my client's place and they pay for me to come there. It's not the same price. Uh, Brand, my bro. Oh, thank you, sir. When is newborn not a newborn anymore? Okay, what is the time since the baby is born to should be considered a newborn? Okay, I'll answer Nico just right now. Okay, Nico. To me, after 14 days, like literally 14 days, unless it's a newborn. After 14 days, the baby is 2 weeks and 1 day, or the baby is like it. You can still shoot them as newborn, but it's a mission. It's a serious mission, and because after as this is just my thinking. This is just my thinking. This is not proven by any doctor. I believe that once the cord falls, the baby starts to realize that they're no longer in the womb and they need their freedom of movement. Literally, that's me. So that's why I tell my clients that let's do it as soon as the cord falls, and then we do the shoot, and then that's it, which is mostly within 14 days. And then Amy is asking, what happens if the baby is crying the whole time? Do you cancel the shoot or keep shooting? Now, this is the nice thing about going to the client's house. I ask them, what time will your baby be sleeping most of the time? They say, no, most of them say, my baby sleeps all the time. And it's not the truth. The baby sleeps all the time, but they go into deep sleep at certain times of the day. And I want to shoot the baby when they're at their deep sleep. So then that's when I shoot. If the baby is crying, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do. I've had parents making their babies drink Panado, so that they can sleep and take pictures, because I'm there for my time. So my package is I'm going to shoot your newborn for 1 hour, 30 minutes. If your newborn behaves, well, we're good. We get nice shots. If your newborn doesn't behave, there's not much I can do. There's nothing really much I can do. If you said your baby sleeps at 2, I rock up there 2, your baby's wide awake, is not behaving, there's not much I can do, And I can't sit for like 10 hours waiting for your baby to behave. It's unfair to me, and it's unfair to my children and my family that I need to be spending time with them. So that's why I keep my newborn shoots into certain time. And then okay, thanks Natalie. So proud of you in the work. Okay. All right. So newborn, how do you rate your session? I'll have a different Nico. I'll have maybe a different live stream or workshop whereby we discuss the finances. Because newborn, obviously, it depends on your experience. It depends on the props that you have, your experience, the equipment that you use, the time that you spend editing, what you give to the client, and things like that. Like I do. I even give out books. Let me go into this camera so that you can see. Wait. Which one is live? Wait. Oh, I was not live all along. It was just this picture. All right. Sorry, guys. So I even give out books. Like this is a newborn book. This was printed by you can see most by the quality. This is pro albums. So is so this a book that I print for my clients. Probably one of my favorite pages. This is the book that I print for my clients. Just for newborn. So it's some of the it's some of the stuff that I give out, which also constitutes in pricing. So the pricing, it depends on a whole lot of things. There's a whole lot of things. Hi Laura, I see you watching. I was actually talking about your Rosie Mini just now. Okay, yeah. Some of the shots. Let me just show you. Okay, with regards to shooting a newborn, because obviously these babies move a lot, and once they settle down, you want to get as many pictures as you can without moving them too much, because you don't want to to disturb them. So for instance, I'll show you like two pictures right now. Like this is the first picture. Let me cut on to it. So this is the first picture. This is what I refer to as a safe shot. Let me. Oh, I need to do this. This is a picture. This is not a picture that I wanted to eventually end up with, but I refer to it as a safe shot. So this picture, I take it just in case if the baby starts to move around, then I know that that I've got the picture, and then I'm now going to show you the picture. I just need to move to my face so that I can show you this picture right here. So that's the first picture, but eventually the picture that I want to end with, let me see if I show them together. If let me see, back, no, okay. So the picture that I eventually wanted to end up with is this one. So there's a bit of a slight difference. Let me see if I can show here. So you see on this one, where is it? Where is this picture now? It's gone. So you see on this one, if you check the head here, is not looking the way I want it to look like. But because we're working with safe measures here, so this is what I call a safe picture. And then after I take this one, I ask the mom to raise the head a bit, and then just by raising the head, it changes the different perspective. This is also one of the ways to shoot a newborn. The other one is different angles. Let me just find it. So you've got this picture right here, whereby the baby is like lying flat like this. So you shoot from this angle, and then just to get a different perspective of the shot, you shoot from a different angle. It's just a tiny slight change, but it makes a huge difference. This is how we shoot newborns. Some of the pictures, like which one? Okay, this one is a family. Some of the pictures is like this one. Okay, this one makes me want to talk about lighting. So this one, so I think with regards to the one that I just shown you now, it's I love the lighting, and I love the wrapping as well. Which is one other thing that it took me forever to learn on how to do newborn shoots, is to wrap a baby, because they kick and they do all this stuff. But yeah, it took me a bit of time to know how to wrap a baby. But I think I'm there now. So this picture is one of my favorite pictures with the wrap. And then my other favorite wrap is this one over here. This is sorry. This is also one of my favorite wraps. So you see, we get to use different things for for different reasons, you know, and like these flowers, it was flowers, complete pair of flowers, and then after that I pulled them apart to make it look like this. But yeah, so this is another wrap that this one. So this is another wrap that I like, and yeah, I think I've covered almost about everything that I wanted to cover with regards to newborn shoots. I think my 30 minutes is done. Or the tip, the tip now. Let me turn on to this one for the tip. Where's my camera? Here. Swap. I want to swap my camera. Which one is it? This one. This one. Yes. So now I'm going to show you the tip, which is when we started with the live feed, I told you about the gap between the elbow and the knee. They make a huge difference when taking a newborn shoot. Just in case you're wondering why your photos don't look as good, and for newborn, and other people's photos look a little bit better than yours, and uh, why your photos look that bad is because of what I'm going to show you right now. It's a tip, and besides this tip, there's also lighting that is involved. There's also uh, cameras that is involved. Like I shoot using a 35 mil lens when I shoot newborn, and then I'm using both my lenses basically right now on both my cameras, so I can't really show you. Maybe I can show you the 35 later on. But here's a tip when shooting a newborn. Let's go to my website. I think if we go to, where's my website? It's here. I'm just gonna try and find that picture. You can look at me whilst I still do this. Okay. I'm just trying to find there. Let me just show you this picture here. You see this gap between the elbow and the knee. It makes or break your picture. I'm not analyzing pictures, but it makes or break your picture. So what you want to do, a tip from me to you for free. So what you want to do when you shoot a newborn is you want this gap between here to be non-existent, or it must be very tiny. So like this part here of the baby and the knee must be literally, you must just try and close it as much as you can. I'll show you a couple of examples. Okay, see on this basket picture, I tried to close the gap, and you also want the head to be like this, you know, that S curve nyana so. So you try to close this, and then you also be careful that the face does not make the hand here does not make the baby's face look funny. Another example is on this shot as well. You see, I close this gap and make sure that I've got an S gap, and this hand here, it helps in lifting up the baby. So what this hand does is, when the baby is like this, when you push in the hand like this, they raise the baby's head a bit so that you can have that S shape that I was talking about earlier. So that's my tip of the day. When shooting a newborn, avoid to have a bigger gap between the knee, and especially with this where is it? With this pose here. And then let me see what else. The other pose tip. Yeah, I think even with this one, the hands on this one didn't work for me that much. You know, the baby was really fussy about holding the knees, so I just had to take what the baby was giving me. Yeah, I think that's about it for the first trial of my live stream talking newborn photography. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'm just gonna quickly go and check now if there's any more questions which I missed. Uh, yeah, so it's interesting times, eh? A man talking newborn. Yeah, Nick. So yeah, hi to everyone that's watching. There's quite a number of you guys that are watching. So greeting each and every one of you by name. I might miss one person and then they might say I'm what, you know. So in terms of the lenses, okay, Sandile says in terms of the lenses, which one would you recommend? Or is it about personal taste depending on what you want to achieve as a photographer? Okay, so lenses are different. There's a lens that will make you look fat, and there's a lens that will make you look thin. If you take a 16 mil and put it up here in your face, it will, like they call it, it's like it will distort your face, you know. But if you take a 70 to 200 and stand far away and shoot, your face looks slimmer. So what the type of a lens that you want is a lens that will make your babies look small, even though they look big sometimes in pictures. But a 35 mil and a 50 mil, those are the lenses that, when compared to what an eye see, it's very close. So that's why I was firstly using the 28 to 75 or the 24 to 70, depending on which camera brand you're using, and also which one you have. And so I was using those, but I realized that most of the time I was shooting at 35 mil. So I ended up shooting. Let me actually unplug this camera and just show you. So this is my camera that I use. Is it in focus? Yeah. So this is my camera that I use for newborn shoot. So this is the Sony A7 III, and this is a 35 mil 1.8. This is a 35 mil 1.8. Oh, it's like this, no? Is it focusing? Focus, focus, focus there. So this is the camera that I use, which currently is now being used as my second camera here. I hope it's still connected, Sandy. If it's no longer connecting, I'm going to blame you. Yes, so that's the lens that I use. It's closer to what an eye see, and I use that. So basically, if you want to do newborn, the best lens to have is a 35 or an 85, not an 85 or a 50. But to be safe, if finances are not that good, and then it's better you take then the 24 to 70, because you're going to have that 24 mil, you're going to have the 35 mil, you're going to have the 50 mil, and you're going to have the 70 mil, because sometimes when you do newborn, you also incorporate parents, like on this shot here. Like on this shot here, you see here, I was shooting with the parents as well. So yeah, so it's better to have a lens that, so I've found the 35, and it's small, eh? It fits very nicely into my bag. So to me, it's the best lens that literally I have when I go shoot a newborn. And I drove, I got it from, where did I get it? I got it from Arms, and it's not too expensive. uh, Given that you work alone, what happens when you yourself have a cold or flu? Do you reschedule or keep safe distance? uh, I if I get flu, I don't shoot. it's it's literally like that. That's why I was saying earlier that if you're doing it for money, you're going to put babies in danger, because you're going to now want to shoot with your flu on. You go, it's not the end of the world. You know, if the baby did not get a newborn shoot, it's not the end of the world. Don't risk your baby's life for the sake of a photo shoot. You know, just don't. It's not worth it. You know, it's nice to see the pictures. It's very nice to see the pictures, but don't allow someone that is sick to come closer to your baby. It does not show that you love your baby at all. So if we couldn't do a newborn, now this is the nice thing about me. If we didn't shoot a newborn at 3 months, we can do mom and baby nude photo shoot. No, it's just the mom and the baby nude in studio. Yes, don't scream. I know some of the guys here might just start there. You're starting with the nudes. No, I'm not. But it's one of the photo shoots that I have at 6. So it's a newborn. It's mom and baby nude at 2 or 3 months, and then it's a family shoot at 6 months. It's cake smash at 1 year. So if I've got flu, Nico, I don't go shoot. Literally, I stay far from babies. Like now, I'm not shooting because of the whole corona thing. Yeah, it does impact financially, but hey, we need to be safe. We love these little ones, you know. And then yeah, so I think that's about it from me. Uh, so thank you everyone for joining me. I hope this was informative enough, and yeah, I'll see you on my next stream. I'm not sure what I'm gonna talk about on my next stream, but yeah, we will surely. Uh, we'll sure. What's happening now? We'll surely find something to talk about. I think I missed something here that I wanted to cover. Let me just see. I think it was. Oh yes, no, it's fine. It's fine. I can skip that. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope this was informative enough. And let's stay indoors and wash our hands and sanitize, and just keep everyone safe until the next time. Peace.